Not you trying to be more American than the American.
Why are you faking your accent?
It's not even your country for real.
They so funny. They think if they play American enough, they will be
You're
American.
actually such a wannabe.
I sent out a couple of questions to some returnees, and these are some of the responses. So we're going to basically break down this episode into the questions, and then if I have tea, I'll spill. If I don't, keep it pushing. Okay, that's kind of the vibe of this episode. Okay, so get comfy, y'all, relax, get ready to laugh and giggle. So the first question I asked was, what's one thing you thought was normal until your abroad friends gave you side eye? So this could either be one or two things. Like it could either be from the perspective of like, you move back and you're doing some crazy shit, and then people who you used to hang out with abroad are looking at you crazy, or the people who are locals are looking at you crazy. So here are some of the responses I got. First one is not making small talk, which I think like this is more of your abroad friends are looking at you crazy, because honestly, small talk back home is insane. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, literally everybody's like, why are you talking to me? Why are we having this conversation? Dead ass, I be scared to do small talk, because just like, I don't know what the mood the person is in, dude. And like, if I come out the wrong way, I just look like a whole like absolute bitch, or I look like a famza, and like I'm never trying to give any of those things off, but it just is what it is. Yeah, okay, it is what it is. Second thing is speaking to everyone at an event. I have a story time for this, but let me finish. Let me actually finish like what they said. So, speaking to everyone at an event. Apparently, I'm not supposed to speak. I'm not supposed to be seeing converse. What the fuck, boy? English is difficult. Speaking to everyone at an event. Apparently, I'm not supposed to be seen conversing to everyone, especially if they're younger than me. I'm supposed to be mean towards any guy that approaches me, because that's the Lagosian way of doing things. Dead ass, you guys. I went to a party. I think my problem is, I think my sisters have told me that I don't know when people don't want me or when people don't want to talk to me, which is very unfortunate, because I lived in America where everybody was just always trying to be friends with everybody. Like, I'm so sorry. So sorry. But 30 December last year, we had gone to this one party, right? And I'm the type of person that once I get into a party, when I get into an event where there's a group of people there, I'm like, hey, like, everybody is my best friend. We're all living together. We're all going to be jumping, drinking, smoking, living life together. Like, literally, that is my vibe. And we had got to this one, like, spot, like, right? My friend had invited me with another group of girls. And I went in, I was like, hey, 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 hey. And, like, I say hey to you once, and, like, I'm moving on. But my sister was like, bro, like, they were giving you side eye. Apparently, you're not supposed to talk to them. Like, you're supposed to have, like, kept a straight face. Like, and I'm just like, bro, why am I for me? Why is everybody for me? Like, dead ass. Like, you want to have conversations, like, chill. Like, you just want somebody to talk to you. Like, that's why I feel like I'm such a, like, I never want anybody to like feel by themselves. Like, when I go out and I see somebody like just by themselves on their phone, I'm like, babes, like, are you okay? Like, do you want to dance or something? Like, you know, like, that's usually me. But apparently, like, that's not the proper way of doing things. I would talk to a rock if I could. Like, literally, I would talk to a tree. I talk to myself. Like, so speaking to everyone at an event is not even like, that is not even a conversation. But apparently, like, you're not supposed to do that. You're not. Next is tipping policemen at every checkpoint. I got used to it real fast in December, but some of my friends were very much shocked when this. Tipping is such a strong word. Tipping policemen is crazy. Tipping policemen at every checkpoint is crazy. Who were you hanging out with, babe? Who were you hanging out with? Because they were not advising you. You don't tip policemen. You dash them money. That is not tipping. Tipping policemen is crazy to me, babes. Let's never do that. Like, unless you committed an offense, and even at that, like, you should not be dropping money. I'm so sorry. Like, what? And how much are you tipping? I also want to know, like, how much are you tipping? Like, how much? Like, if you're tipping like 1K, 2K, I'm so sorry. Like, I actually don't like those people. So like, no. But like, if you're tipping like 1K, 2K, I guess that's okay. If you're tipping like 5K plus, that's not a tip, babes. They are defrauding you. Literally defrauding you. Okay, so this one I think is for people who are abroad. I don't really, but wearing boo-boos to class and generally outside my dorm room. So I'm guessing this is for people who are abroad, I want to say. But like, wearing boo-boos, I think like that should be like commonplace now. I don't know. I don't really know about that, but they're giving you side eye. Girl, next time tell them that it allows you to breathe. You can breathe. They should try one on. Yeah. Try one on. We okay. Someone said home is normal, abroad is abnormal. In Malaysia, so this person lived in Malaysia for a minute. In Malaysia, the men tie wrappers around their waist in the evening. I do it now. Sometimes gets many stares, but I'll survive. Period. I believe in just letting everything be free. So, she, okay. Home is normal. Okay. Um, Next is checking Aboki Forex website religiously in the morning for the day's exchange rates. Period. But who's giving you side eye? I feel like that's a normal thing. Like if you are like very interested in like Forex. But yeah. The next question is, what's one phrase or slang your parents say that literally doesn't translate abroad? Some wait, let me think. Let me think of one that doesn't translate abroad. Shoot, I don't have any. I don't think my parents use slangs. Wait, they do. I need to like think. I need to think. So I'm going to like say everyone's own first and then probably come back to mine. So the first one is in case of in case. What does that mean? Apparently, like that means like just in case anything happens. That's basically what that means. But in case of incasity or in case of in case of in case, like just in case of like having a back. But in case of in case it is a big. In case of in case, yeah. Next one is trafficate. So yeah, but trafficating right, trafficate. That literally means absolutely nothing. Like trafficate, like turn right. Why can't we just say turn? Like why are we using trafficate? Like literally the only word I know. Like there's certain words that are coined here in Nigeria that is absolutely insane. Like trafficates. It's not even in dictionary, babe. Literally not even in dictionary. Next one is put it on my head. Put it on my head. Honestly, like this one, no, my parents don't do this anymore. But like when I was younger, when I'd be like, okay, where should I put it? They'd be like, put it on my head. And sometimes my intrusive thoughts would be like, literally, I will. But that's like wrapping up that question. But like, I don't really have any ones that come to mind. Wait, let me call my sister real quick and like ask her because like she used to say the most outrageous things, and I'd be like, girl, what are you talking about, dude? Let me see. So I'm going to call Zuni right now. Just see. Girl. She's literally in the next room. Like, what do you mean you're cutting color, man? Are you okay? Girl, is there any like slangs that you used to say to me when I first came back? Then I was like, huh? I'm working on a podcast episode right now, and I'm doing like slangs that I didn't understand when I first came back.
Benny, do you think I don't have a work?
Zuni, do you know any slangs? Did you say any slangs to me that I don't know?
This guy, you, I think say you won't come for something important. Since they're calling me for. I have a dispatch to deliver. What do you want?
Girl, is there any slang that you used to say to me when I first came back that I used to say, huh? But now I know.
I don't keep count of such a thing. How far now? You should know what how far is that.
How far is regular English? Zuni is in the dictionary.
Whatever I choose is.
Whatever I chose is, bro. Okay. That was calm. Okay, I appreciate it. Bye. Bro, my sister will tell me like whatever I'll do whatever I choose is, or I'll do whatever I choose. And I'm like, babes, like that's not English. And she's like, I don't care, like whatever I choose is. And now I've started saying like whatever I choose is, but like I had to stop whatever I choose is because like, dude, I would say that in like dead ass serious conversations. I was like, yeah, no, like I cannot be doing this. Like they would probably think I'm a fraud out here, but that's like my slang that I didn't understand, but like people say and it makes sense here. So yeah. Okay. Next question I asked was, what's the funniest romanticizing abroad moment? Like something you missed abroad that actually low-key and serious. So here are a couple of the answers. Let's get into it. So right, like small talk with strangers, like y'all don't even understand. Like here is so like frowned upon. Like talking to strangers here is kind of just giving like, oh my gosh, you're famsing with this person. I'm like, babes, like I'm literally not. Like I just want to get to know this person because I'm probably never going to see them again, and this is such a huge opportunity for me to just like learn about somebody I'm never gonna meet ever again. Like you know. But it's frowned upon here. But like sometimes I do miss like having conversations abroad. Like I would literally go to coffee shops and just like yap with somebody that's sitting down beside my table and just like chit chat or with like the bartender, or go to Walmart and just like have a full on conversation with the person at the counter. And best times, literally, like you will learn so much about people by just like talking to random strangers, like that ass. But like also like doing it here, sometimes I don't be feeling safe, but I will only approach people who I feel like have like a safe aura around them. Like anybody that looks sneaky, anybody that looks crazy, maybe not. But yeah. This next person said fast food. Food service here takes their bloody time with everything, dude. Dude. I dead ass miss Uber Eats. I miss, what else did I used to use? DoorDash. Literally DoorDash. Like Dash. Here, Glovo Chow Deck takes like an hour or two to get food to you. Babe, why are we taking almost 2 hours, 3 hours to get food? What? Like, if I was dying of hunger right now in this moment, I would not order Chow Deck or order food from Glovo. I'm so sorry. Because they would take their sweet time. And then they finally get here and they're like, Madam, your order, come and take your food. Like, they are begging me. I'm begging them to say. Okay, next person was like being able to get quality burgers like Five Guys, which is so crazy. I've actually had Five Guys and it's actually pretty calm. I think in one of my episodes I was like craving a Chick-fil-A, but honestly, like for this, I would highly recommend Chicken Republic because I've had their burger. Absolutely tremendous. And I also had like this burger from RSVP, dude. RSVP burger was like heaven in my mouth. Okay, I don't know what the sauce is, but like that whole in my mouth was beautiful. So if you are trying to like have like obviously like burgers here would never be like burgers abroad, but I promise you, dude, literally heaven. Oh, somebody said, "Dang, nothing comes to mind at the moment. Maybe my favorite food spot in Dallas, which is so crazy because I was also in Dallas too. But which was a ramen joint. I know we, I know we had Indomie here now, but once in a while I've been missing that spot. Sorrows, prayers. I do feel that. Like I miss my coffee shop where I would go there and have hibiscus tea. And I was telling my sister this, and my sister was like, Biani, we have hibiscus tea downstairs. And I'm like, babe, it's not the same. Like they don't make it the same. It's not the same. It's not the same feeling. It's not the same aura. Like y'all cannot understand because there was just a different aura. Like what? Ugh, Jude. And the next person said, I was missing Lagos traffic as per the chaos of Lagos was doing me in my sweet ATL. America always worried me because wait, hold on. America always worried me because it's too orderly and any small thing, police will stop you and you will pay fine, go to court. But you see my Lagos, anybody can just do anyhow. The anyhowness is both concerning and entertaining. This is typical Nigerian born and bred because what do you mean the anyhowness of this country is both concerning and entertaining? Be so for real right now. I mean, I do love the order. I love the order in America. I'm so sorry. I've never been fined. I think that's why I can't speak on this. I've never been fined. I've never had to go to court. So, I've only been stopped once by the police and I got let go because I was taking the wrong way to go somewhere and I wasn't like used to the neighborhood. So like no, I will tell you, dude, like when the police stopped me, my heart literally sank. I think my not my passport, but like my something I didn't have on me, dude. So like I was like truly terrified. And after like seeing all the horror stories of like you being black and being America and them like literally just like ganging up on you and just like effing like deading you right there, I was very terrified. But like she was really sweet, really kind. She was like, oh, are you like, bro, as soon as I made the wrong turn, the lights came on. When the lights came on, my life flashed before my eyes. Dead ass. Life flashed before my eyes. But she was like, oh, like, do you know that you made a wrong turn? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, I don't. Like, I'm literally new to the city. I came out here to do, I just came through this way, but like, I'm not used to this area. Like, I've never been here before. Like, I don't know nothing, okay? And she's like, yeah, no, like you're good, you're fine, like just like this is a one way, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, girl. And then she let me go. But like that has been my only one encounter with the police. Well, girl, to go to court, you've been to court? That's some wild. Like I think that would be like my biggest fear. Like one thing I was so scared of is like being called to jury duty because I was like, bro, would I like be filming in court? Would that be allowed? Because like that would be epic. But anyways, like moving on though. Any howness of Nigeria, concerning and entertaining. Come on, but I guess like if you can't laugh, all you do is cry. Like what do you? It is what it is at the end of the day. But um, so last person said food, man. Why did I say that like that? Anyways, food, man. I schooled in Malaysia. Oh my god, man. Like I mean, I eaten like 20 different styles of rice: blue rice, nasi kerabu, pink rice. Man, that's crazy, yo. That's actually quite crazy. 20 different styles of rice is insane. Okay, I would honestly also romanticize that. I'm never going to lie. Like, yeah, but getting Greek yogurt and Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. Okay, dead ass. This is me in a nutshell. Like romanticize. This is me. Like being able to go to not even Trader Joe's. I would go to where would I go to? Was it Kroger's? I would go to Kroger's like right after church and go get like fresh pineapples and get like a cutesy little like flower bouquet like most Sundays. And like I just miss doing that. And I also feel like the shopping culture here is dead. Like nobody goes to the mall anymore. Everybody wants to order everything online. Nobody goes to like the actual like big stores. And like sometimes you go to the big stores and everything is sold out. What are we doing here? Please, what are we doing here? Like I literally just want to get like a Greek yogurt. I want to get like to be like, oh, they just sold out today, or oh, it just finished. What? I don't know. I don't know. I definitely do like getting Greek yogurt and oh, bro, like what? Has me thinking. What's a returnee struggle no one warned you about? A couple of people had a couple of different answers, but like I think the major one was like definitely friendship. But how hard it is to make friends as a young adult when you didn't go to college here, core friends from school and work. Honestly, like I highly like second this because I think like it's been so difficult making friends. But I mean like shit, like should I start a group chat and just like all of us be friends with each other? Like those of us that have no friends here or have like at least 5 friends here, like make a group chat and we all be friends and like do like weekly hangouts and shit. I'd be down to do that. I would. But I do feel that like honestly, like if you didn't go to college here, like you have like a harder time making friends because all your home friends, like all the friends you grew up with are probably also abroad too. And the friends that you do have that are here have their own friends, they have their own clique. So it's like you usually like really difficult to kind of just like find your fitting and like find your people. So definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. Next person was like, it was hard at first to be genuine with some people because most times they'll only want you for the benefits of what you come with, which I do second and I do agree with. Which honestly sucks, especially when you're trying to like genuinely make friends. So what I would say to that is honestly just like don't just like assume everybody's like a bad egg or like, oh, you can't trust anybody, you can't be friends with anybody because everybody just wants you for what you come with. I just think like maybe that person isn't for you, and you know, just keep putting yourself out there best way possible. Like just don't give up because of one bad egg. One returning struggle that no one warned me about was friendships, cost of living, and lifestyle changes. Heavy on the cost of living because I was like, I'm done living at my parents' house, I want to move out. Bro, I saw the cost of rent per month. I say, yeah, I would pay the emotional rent as opposed to paying like the money rent because everybody has lost their minds. Everybody has lost their mind. And I think what is pissing me off the most is like we are in a country where our currency is very devalued. So we stopped using our currency and we're not using dollar, which is very insane to me because like who is the audience? Who is the target audience? Because obviously it cannot be the locals. Who is the target audience? Like that really be taking me out. Like cost of living is insane. Lifestyle is insane. Somebody said the internet, OMG. I had heard bits and pieces of how slow it is compared to the services abroad, but OMG, we are being robbed in this country. I agree. Okay, but this person paid 45,000 naira for 260 gig worth of data which finish in 3 days. First of all, the first question I want to ask you is, what network are you using? That's the first question I want to ask you. What network? Airtel, MTN, or Glow? What network are you using? Because 260 gigs gone in 3 days. What are you using it for? First question. And what network are you using? Because I know that, like, I think Airtel is one that sucks data, but I would like to apologize for the stealing. It's not legal. Absolutely not legal. Because 260 is a lot. Like, I be using, like, how much do I buy? I buy like 6 gig of data using MCN, and it lasts me like at least 3-4 days if I'm not like watching TV or nothing, or usually like a whole week if I'm not watching any shows or anything like that. But like 260, that is stealing. That right there is stealing. Okay. Next person said one returnee struggle no one warned them about was, okay, people actually warned. Okay. Everyone warned me about this, but I was still in disbelief. Lagos is expensive. I hear he 100%. Lagos is expensive, and I say this as someone living comfortably under and I say this as someone living comfortably under her father's roof. To pick a hobby alone, dead ass, to pick a hobby alone, be it paddle or smoothie making or bartending, that is like 100K a month. I said my new hobby is walking around. Literally, I will walk around for free because 100K for a freaking hobby. Maybe I'm not just making enough money, but somebody, or wait. Maybe I'm for a freaking hobby. Maybe I'm not making money. Someone should hire me. Okay. She's putting herself out there she needs a job. But honestly, like, to get a freaking hobby in this country is absolutely insane. All of these like communities that people say that they should join, I understand that, like, yes, you don't want every Tom, Dick, and Harry to like be a part of the community, but like at the end of the day, like, I personally feel like if your purpose is to bring people together, and if you want to bring people closer, like, you should start there. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I was in a book club, right? And I think for the first year of the book club I was in, I was just invited to book club. You would buy your own books, and then everybody would just come and like just chat about it. Like, there was no payments of nothing. You know what I mean? Like, there was no payment. I don't know. Like, there was no payments of anything. And then every month, then we would do like a monthly fee to be a member, which I think was about $10, $20, and then you would get like access to like everything that we did, right? But here it's more so like for every event, like everything that they're hosting, you need to pay. Either you're paying like 100K or 60K, or I'm like, God, to meet people is expensive. Like, to be friends with people is expensive. Like, okay, places that you meet people, right? Either you go to the club, you go to like an event, or you go to like, even to go to a cafe. Like, you can't just go to a cafe and say you're sitting down at the cafe. They will come and ask you like, how far now? Are you buying anything? Do you get what I mean? Like, to make friends here is so expensive. And like, to just like get hobbies that will get you to meet people that are kind of like have similar hobby, like have a similar mindset like yours, is so expensive. Like, I don't know. And it's just like, how do you meet people if, let's say, you cannot necessarily afford, or you don't always want to afford to be going to certain places? Like, okay, I want to do paddle now, and I want to connect, and I want to meet people. You're dropping like, I don't even know how much paddle is, but it's a lot of money, like maybe like 40, 30K per session. Or you want to go and like, you know, you want to make Pilates, like friends who do Pilates. You're paying 20K for every time you come and do Pilates. If you're coming in once every month, okay, once every month is like 20K. Twice, 3 times, 4 times, like, bro, by the time you think about it, how much are you? And like, if you're not like making money in dollars, it doesn't make sense economically for you to say that, oh, because you want to make friends, you want to pick up a hobby that is very expensive. And like walking, you know, like all the free hobbies, like, oh, you're going for a walk, right? How many people are you meeting there? Do you get what I mean? Like, how many people are we meeting in these spaces? Do you get what I mean? I just think like there are certain things that should be free, like especially communities. Like, if, okay, let's say you start a community, you're already asking people to pay money to join your community. Nobody knows the vibe, nobody knows the feel. Just drop money. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't. And also, like, you could do like, okay, maybe your first year, you would be sponsoring, like you will have things sponsored, right? And then your next year you could do like, okay, if you want to join my like, this is where you now like weed out people, where you do like a membership, um you do a membership kind of thing, right? So people who can afford it can, come, and people who can't afford it, they will be removed, but they've gotten the experience of what your community feels like, and then they would want to stay or not stay, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? With other things like your hobbies, like let's say pottery and other stuff like I don't really know. I actually don't know. Like honestly, like even to go to like really good places like Mako, you have to like have a membership, which is like I think how many million? I said, um, you know what, y'all? You know what? You know what, y'all? That's all I'm gonna say. You know what? But I 100% relate to this, because honestly, like it's crazy out here, because you need to go out of your house, you need to go to all these places where you feel like you'll find people. And I think like also making friends as an adult, you have to be more intentional with it. Like you cannot just make friends with somebody just to make friends with somebody. Like they have like, making friends as an adult, you're more intentional about certain things. You want to like meet people at certain events, you want to meet people at certain, like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I didn't know. I actually didn't know. Okay. The biggest question is like, the biggest thing is definitely just like making friends. Last person was like, not many friends, I guess, but not the end of the world. I think like a big issue with returnees is definitely making friends, building friendships. I think like that is the hugest thing, especially if you had no one when you left and you have no one. It's not a big deal, but it kind of is a big deal. Like you do need people. And I want to say, oh, go to places, go. Like now, okay, if you want to join a run club, you're paying money. Like, that I'm just thinking of like all the regular things that you could do, where like the money is not too insane. Like if you want to, like everything is just like money here. Which I mean, everybody needs to make their buck, but like damn. You're shipping like 50, and bro, they be calling prices like 100K, 200K. What's going on over here? You know what I mean? Like, ugh, bro. Crazy work. Somebody said one returnee struggle no one warned you about is the traffic and heat and lawlessness, babes. Nobody warned you about the traffic and the heat and the lawlessness, baby. We had that before time, But I feel you though. I feel you. I think like when we were all younger, like we probably didn't realize how like hot and like how much traffic and how lawless everything was. But like now that we kind of have an idea of like what reality is, and it hits a little harder, because I think this was also me when I first came. I was like, damn, like I didn't realize that it was this hot or this loud or this messy, So yeah. Okay. I said you can always tell. So fill in the blank, right? This is a fill in the blank question. But fill in the blank, you can always tell someone is a returnee when they act like everything here is barbaric. Like, yeah, Nigeria is not perfect, but yeah, you literally grew up here. I'm so sorry that I'm spoiled. Because this is me. I'm very scared. Like half the time I'm in like a state of panic. Like literally, like why are we yelling? Why is everyone screaming? Why are you like jumping? Like why would you literally just slap somebody at like slap someone in the back of their head for what? It's like you don't even know who this man is. Like like arguments on arguments, bro. Yes. I grew up here, but I don't remember my life here when I grew up. So next one is you can always tell someone's a returnee when they're excited to go to Mako. Excited to go to Mako. Like it's like if they're first time returning, like if it's their first time coming back, because after being to Mako and like seeing what Mako is, like there's not really much going on there, to be honest. Anyways, next one is you can always tell someone is a returnee when they when they ask if you can pay with Apple Pay. I had a friend. Wait. Okay, no. Wait, no, okay. So you can always tell if someone's a returnee when they convert dollars to naira and vice versa out loud before making a purchase. Dude, one of my friends came back in December and we all went to the club, and he was like, wait, do they accept dollars here? Because I have like my Apple Pay and it's not working. And bro, this was after we had gotten the drink. So like at the club, they were like, yeah, like you could pay with dollars. And he was like, okay, cool. So we ordered drinks and everything. And then we now realized that we cannot pay with dollars with Apple Pay. So we were stranded at the club. But we figured it out though. But like that was absolutely insane. I was like, "Bro, stop. Like what? Um you can always tell someone is a returnee when they are bubbly and friendly. No one who you can always tell someone is a returnee when they are bubbly and friendly. No one who lived in Lagos for a long time is smiling with you. I feel attacked. Like I actually do feel attacked. Like what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean nobody's smiling with me? Everybody's smiling with me. Stop. But dead ass, like I feel like that's how you would tell. Because that's what my sister is always like, Biani, like you're actually so oblivious to like real life. I just genuinely feel like everybody I meet is bestie for the rest for that night. Like what are we talking about? Like what? Everybody is my best friend that night and I don't care. And I think that's how we should live our lives. Like just like be nice to everybody, love on everybody. Somebody said you can always tell someone is a returnee when they because they have iPhones. I don't know if I agree with that, but I guess. You can always tell someone's a returnee when they understand my frustrations easily. And I'm guessing these frustrations are kind of just like the struggles of like moving back and like living here, I would want to say. But yeah. And it's a really cute, a really, really cute section of the episode. Okay. All right, we're heading to the last. So I had a couple of the attorneys and a couple of my friends sent in some of their crazy stories that they've experienced since living here and like since moving back. And there were 3 responses. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is my biggest fear. I would not lie to you guys. But one day my Uber dropped me off on the side of the road because I refused to pay for his fuel. Mind you, this was coming into the Lekki Expressway. He said I should get out. This is honestly my biggest fear. Like this is why I'm so nice to Uber people, because like they're crazy. And like literally they have my life in their hands and they could do whatever they want. Like I've been in Ubers where like dead ass I knew that this man was drunk, but like it was too late at night for me to order another Uber and I was just like, Lord Jesus Christ, praying. And another thing that be scaring me is like they be driving so fast on Third Mainland Bridge. And I'm like, babes, like we're literally not rushing anywhere because this place, if we should have an accident and if we should fly, we are flying into the water. I don't mind like getting hit by another car, but flying into the water is insanity. Okay, like I'm not trying to do that. Like dead ass. Like I'm scared of the Uber people here. Like I'm never gonna say like to you. I like every time I get in, I'm like praying for my life. I'm like, Lord, like just please let me make it home. Especially if I'm driving at night, like let me just make it home because I'm scared to death. I fear them really because I mean I've never been dropped off on the side of the road, but like I'm so sorry that happened to you, babes. I'm so sorry because like I would be traumatized, literally. So somebody said, not sure if this classifies as chaotic or wholesome, lol. But when I first moved back, I needed to order a cowboy hat from Amazon. I also needed the item within a week or 2. My sister referred me to this page that shipped Amazon items from the US. I placed the order and sent it to the address of the company that would be shipping it. After I had gotten there, that's when they told me it wouldn't arrive till January. Mind you, this was towards the end of November. I needed that item in December and had already sent it to them. They didn't say this prior. I chested a shot, and when it came in January, they sent me the quotes for the shipping. Please tell me why the cost of shipping the item is almost double the price of... The cost of shipping the item is almost twice the quotes for shipping. Please tell me why the cost of shipping the item was almost double the price of the item itself. I was shook, lol. And then told them I definitely didn't want them. Wait, I was shook, lol, and told them I definitely didn't want the item anymore. It's still in their storage, I think, but yeah. I miss my Amazon Prime. Dead ass. I also miss Amazon Prime. I miss that things could like come immediately. Like you would order it the day before and then it would arrive like the next morning. Like literally, they're just little things that I miss. Honestly, like I can't even lie. But honestly, like this wraps up this episode of the Returnee Diaries. Honestly speaking, the good, the bad, and the traumatizing parts of being a returnee is insane. Like literally, there's just been so many experiences, and it's always like so good to hear from other people, like their own experiences and just their own conversations. So that kind of wraps up this episode. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are loving this mini series that we're doing in the season, and I really hope that you guys will eventually send in your questions and your dilemmas so that I could like have conversations about them on here. Okay, so definitely check out definitely reach out on the Wannabe hotline. And honestly, if you're not comfortable doing that, because that is completely anonymous, if you don't want to do that, then you could always reach out to us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, every single place besides like X and freaking Snapchat. But yeah, you guys, that kind of wraps up this episode. Shout out to everyone again who sent in their messages. I love you all to death, and thank you so much for doing this so last minute. Really hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys next week.